Video review of the Nerf Secret Shot 2. I bought this blaster at a garage sale, so I have no idea what comes in the package. This is an antique Nerf blaster, as you can see from the Nerf logos here and here, and the copyright date over here. It says 1998 right there. Going over the colors on this blaster, the main color is red, and we have some black here, here on the triggers and all the logos. Have a sticker on the back which says Nerf Airjet Power. That was one of the things they were going for in the 90s. And a little bit of yellow on the internal pump right there, and on our second barrel up top. Going over the external features, let's start right here with the dart holders. We have a dart holder on either side. Go down to the triggers, we have our secondary barrel release trigger on top, we have our main trigger on the bottom. Go to our pump is right here. Going over to the top, this is our secondary barrel. So when you press this button right here, your secondary barrel comes out and goes over the first barrel, the primary barrel. You just fold it back up. As you can see, I have rebarreled this blaster to accept micro darts since I don't have any mega darts on hand right now. And it does shoot micro darts pretty well. Now what this secondary barrel does is you can load a dart here and one in the top. Then when you pump it enough times and you shoot your first dart, you can then press your secondary release trigger, comes down, pump it some more times, and shoot your secondary dart. So you can see there are two barrels, one there and there. They both have been rebarreled to micro darts, as I previously stated. Now the looks of this blaster, I really like the looks. I think it looks pretty cool. You have your fake number gauges right there. I don't know what else they call gauge right there. Lines up top, and I love the red and black look of it. It looks pretty cool. You see on the other side, you do have more of that gauge fake thing right there. Triggers, which are black and red, and this sticker is pretty cool in my opinion. They don't have any of the tactical looks that the new ones have, and I think it's a nice contrast compared to the new blasters. Now looking at the secondary barrel, see when this closes, this is an air seal. This is a piece of rubber right here. So when you close the secondary barrel, this does seal into place with the first one. You can see it's nice shiny plastic right there. When the rubber seals right there, it makes a good airtight seal, which allows you to have most of the power that your primary dart has when you shoot your secondary dart. Looking at the mechanism that releases your secondary barrel, it's pretty cool. You have your trigger right here, and when you push that trigger, it moves this little piece of plastic out of the way, as you can see there. And all that does is clip into a little slot in the front, right there. So when you have it up, you push that trigger, it comes right forward. Works pretty well. Now this is an air blaster, so that means you have to pump it up before you can take a shot. Now this does have an air release valve, so when you pump it around 6 times, you can hear air start to coming out of it. That doesn't mean it's leaking, that just means that your air is too much pressure in here and it's starting to come out the release valve. To load the blaster, all you do is you take your first dart, insert it into the primary barrel, sits right there, and you insert your secondary dart into the secondary barrel right there. I've shown you old features of this blaster in the painting. I will now show you it firing. Now I will be performing the firing test with these Busby suction cup darts, as they seem to work really well out of this blaster. Now I have not range tested this blaster, but it is getting pretty good power for a blaster of this age. Now if you find one of these blasters, I would recommend picking it up, because it's really cool to play around with your secondary barrel and everything. It's a fun blaster to use. And that sums up my review of the Nerf Secret Shot 2. Thanks for watching.